James Turner for the untouchable True School Sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so we're going to continue the long tradition here on True School Sports of not just covering boxing, not just covering Japanese boxing, but also covering Japan's favorite boxing son, Naoya Inoue. You know, these videos seem to really move the needle when I talk about them on the channel. You guys like hearing me talk about it, whether you agree or disagree. So I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep it going. Thank you for rocking with your boy BT. Naoya Inoue came out recently and he pretty much stated that, like, look, he's gonna wait at 122 for Junto Nakatani. He said in a recent article, Yahoo Japan, that, you know, a lot of people have been clamoring for this fight, and that you know, the objective from any fighter in boxing is to become the pound number one. And he feels like with the skills Junto Nakatani has been showing, you know, and everything he's bringing to the sport, that he would love to give him the opportunity to try to become pound number one and do a big fight in Japan with him, saying that, you know, he will give the young man a shot. He will give the young man his opportunity. He will give the young man a chance to be in a big event with him, which I think is amazing. Obviously, if you guys know, I've spoken at length, ad nauseum, about Inoue going to featherweight, which I still do want to see. But if there was ever a fight at 122 that I'd be okay with him taking and I'd have no complaints about it, it'd be Junto, because I understand the magnitude of what that fight would be in Japan. I understand what that would do for boxing. I understand that both those two right there, forget Japan, those are two of the best fighters in the world. Not just Japan, not just in the lower weight classes. Those are two of the best fighters in boxing. So by them fighting each other, that by default, by definition, makes it one of the best fights in boxing, because you got two of the best fighters in boxing fighting each other, right? So he's gonna wait, and he wants to give the young man his opportunity. I'm not against it. I think it's, you know, you guys know for a fact who I think at featherweight could be in a way. You guys can type that name in the comments down below. I know a lot of people don't like when I say his name, so I won't say it, but you can type it in the comments if you know who I'm talking about. But apart from that guy, other guy that I think could beat Inoue around these weights, 122, 126, is Junto, because of the fact that he has that long-rangey frame. He has the volume punching. You know, he may be lacking a little bit in terms of championship experience, but in boxing, there are times where you have to rise to the occasion, where you fight on a bigger stage and you're accustomed to fighting, and you got to go to a new level for that fight. That's why it's called rising to the occasion, because you've never been to that level before, so you got to rise to it. You know, so I love the fight a lot. I think Junto Nakatani, at the bare minimum, even if he doesn't win, I think he's a good enough of a fighter to make Inoue have to make adjustments that he really is accustomed to having to make in a fight. And that in itself, to me, it makes the fight very interesting, because Inoue has been a two-fisted wrecking ball in these weight classes. He hits these guys, he ruptures their back, he breaks their ribs, he really breaks their spirit to fight on. And because of that, I feel like, you know, apart from maybe Donaire one, where he got cut and he had to hold his glove kind of close to his eye so he could kind of see what was going on. Apart from Donaire one, I don't think Inoue has been in too many fights where he's had to make, you know, a lot of adjustments. This is a fight where I think he'd have to make a couple of adjustments, just because you got to deal with the frame of Junto, you got to deal with the volume punching, you got to deal with not just that, his punching power as well. There's a lot of attributes you got to deal with him. Deceptively athletic, has really smart feet. Be a real good test for the monster, honestly. And I love the fight a lot. So if what he's saying is true, I have to respect his position in boxing as one of the best fighters in the world. I have to respect his position as, you know, wanting to give the Japanese a big fight. And I gotta actually give Inoue respect. If this is his intention, obviously things change in boxing, so he can do something different tomorrow. But as of right now, if that's his intention, I gotta give him respect, because look at here in America. Look at all the for lack of a better term, look at all the bullshit we have going on here in America, where you have Canelo Alvarez, who didn't want to give the opportunity to Dave Benavidez because he was in fear that Benavidez, if he beat him, would take his place as the face of, you know, Mexican boxing, whatever the case may be, take his fans, take his spot, you know. He didn't want to do that. Look at Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford and his team have done everything to avoid and demean Jaron Ennis, and they have zero intentions of giving him that fight. Now, granted, Boots ain't the best business decision maker, you know, in his career, but still, there hasn't been really any ambition to go fight Jaron Ennis, and it's been a recurring theme here in American boxing. So I respected that Naoya Inoue, being who he is to Japanese boxing, has even given this any sort of positive consideration, any positive feedback about fighting Junto. It's much different than what we have here from our American and Mexican stars on this side of the equator. So yeah, hopefully it happens. You know, this is the kind of fight where, you guys know I had a great time in Japan last May. I've been chomping at the bit to go back to Japan, and from what I've been hearing and reports and things like that, just reading on Twitter and just using my brain as well, they're gonna bring Inoue here in April, right, to fight in the States. I don't think he's gonna be at featherweight, because if he's gonna fight Junto, he's gonna be at 22. So if he's gonna fight at 122, I think you could probably expect it, like maybe an Inoue versus what's that guy's name? David Picasso. Maybe someone like him. You know, Inoue should be him. He's not that good. He's a contender. He's solid, but he ain't anything to write home about. Inoue should be him, right? They'll probably put Junto on the undercard. You know, get these guys, their profiles built in the States a bit more. Then, you know, go to Japan later on in 2025 and do a big there. And I'll tell you this, if it does happen like that, if it does play out that way where Inoue and Junto, they keep taking care of business. You know, Inoue beats Sam Goodman, Inoue wins his American fight, Junto wins his American fight, their profiles get bigger, and then they do a fight in Japan late 2025, then guess what? Expect True School Sports in Japan for 2025, because I've been wanting to go back for the longest time, just moving and life been getting in the way a lot, but I'll make some exceptions for that one. So, you know, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Inoue saying that he wants to wait around for Junto Nakatani at 122? How do you guys see that fight? You know, what kind of chance you guys give Junto Nakatani? I think it's a very dangerous fight for Inoue, and I give him credit for even giving any thought to the fight, because that's how dangerous of a fight I think it is for him. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe, and like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just giving Daniel. So until next time, thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.